We're live. It is Wednesday, May 15th, 2012, and this is a live prelude to the news, the interview, almost an hour long, I shot earlier, the huge news segment, incredible information dealing with the impeachment of Barack Obama for his treasonous wars he's launching. They are in there right now, editing that together. And that's why we're doing INFOWARS Nightly News in beta, so that we can get the crew, get the team. The problem is I add so much every night. They add so much. We're so passionate about the information that a lot of nights we don't get on at 7 o'clock. And before I can put this up on satellites and get all that set up, we've got to have the show done by like 6. But I appreciate all the PRISONPLANET.TV subscribers. Some nights the show's 2 hours. It's always over 30 minutes. And we're just bringing you so much hardcore information. This is really important info. Who else out there is delivering this type of research and information? I wish there were others, because it is lonely knowing just how big a threat we face and the fact that we're the best there is. Because we try hard, but we're just human. And I just wish I was doing more, and I wish I could do more for you. The good news is tonight, this won't be covered in the news, but I'll cover it now here live with you. As they cut out all the clips of me running around the set like Yosemite Sam, we had a lot of problems and technical stuff tonight, is that I am hearing from activists all over the world, not just the United States, that they're going to be flooding in to Virginia in just 2 weeks from now, May 31st through the 4th, for Bilderberg 2012. I'm going to be there. Not for long. People won't let you hardly fly anymore with no fly list. They're setting up highway checkpoints. We're driving via RV. But for now, we're still able to travel here in the captured United States with the re-education camps, the military training to take on the American people. It's all confirmed. But for now, we're going to be able to still go in 2012 and confront the globalists and bring media attention on to them, something they absolutely don't want. They want you to think Mitt Romney, Barack Obama, Merkel, Hollande, and France that are actually running things. These people are just sellout whores that read off teleprompters, absolute enemies against their peoples, enemies against humanity, political mercenaries who are the enemies of everything good and decent. Now, these are parasites. They see you as scum. They try to dumb you down, poison your food and water, wreck your family so that they can perch on top of you and dominate you and parasitically feed on you. But Bilderberg 2012, I've in a gut feeling and also intellectually, is going to be like unlike any other. This is going to be big. And so I look forward to seeing you all there. So many people are telling me they're coming. We are change, and people like Mark Dice and folks from the Intel Hub, and just hundreds and hundreds of other groups that are contacting us, people from overseas. They all say they're coming there. You know, the globalists do not want you to be there. And when you get there, I've protested it in the U.S. before, the police are very nice. Anywhere else, they're horrible and attack the First Amendment because they've been told to. They get promotions if they do. The more anti-American, anti-liberty they are. If you go to the G20 or NATO summit, they crack you on the head. They're already sound cannoning people at parks saying, it's a public safety thing. We're going to break your eardrums. You know, just tyranny is freedom, to let you know there's no First Amendment. Because those are just beta tests where the globalist minions are meeting. They use that, whether it's in Australia or England or Europe or the U.S. or Canada, as a beta test that we're all good slaves, like TSA groping your wife and children and slapping you around a little bit and robbing your bag. That's all part of your slave training. But when it's the real elitist meeting, they don't want that getting any attention. You got arms dealers, child kidnapped smugglers, mega bankers. The head of the Bilderberg group had to step down a few years ago because he was connected to diamonds and guns and murders and scams. They're in there really making deals. And they are so angry. They used to have their corporate press tell people it didn't exist, and they'd say it doesn't exist. Doesn't matter how much footage we had. Now they have to admit it exists. They hate this. They don't want attention. So we're going to be there, and you're going to be there. I want thousands of people to be at Bilderberg 2012 in Chantilly, Virginia at the Westfields Marriott. We're going to have more press releases, more documentation. As everything comes to a head, as the quickening accelerates, we don't have one, we have 2 different sources. One close to Bilderberg, one within it. And we got their code name this year, the Palm Tree Conference. They've now changed the code name, but too late for them. So much is happening, and we're going to be there shining the light of truth on these cockroaches. We're going to be there breaking down what's really happening. It is so incredibly exciting. So I want to just let everybody know out there, we couldn't have done any of this without you. More importantly than subscribing to PrisonPlanet.tv, we have a 15-day free trial running right now. More importantly, just spread the word that the rebellion against tyranny has begun and that you are the resistance and that we're not going to lay down anymore to oppression and tyranny and the ninnying police state, the national security state that is the greatest security threat to free humanity. We are rediscovering liberty in 1776 worldwide, and that the spirit of freedom is growing and beating in every heart and breast, regardless of race, color, creed, ethnicity, gang, crew, whatever you call it. We want freedom. We want freedom for our children. And that paradigm is expanding. And when you set up tyranny and oppression next to liberty, liberty wins every time. And it's only when tyranny comes in, like a flood, that the Spirit of the Lord lifts up a standard against it. You are the manifestation of that spirit, the spirit of freedom. And this is our time. This is the great battle that is just beginning to unfold. And our progeny will look back on their ancestors, that's us, and take examples from what we've done in the fights that they'll face. Because the fight between good and evil is eternal. All that evil men and tyrants need to flourish is that good men and women do nothing. And so today, I ask you to reaffirm which side you're on and make that decision. Be hot or cold, don't be lukewarm, and stand up for freedom now. Now is the time. Now is the time to take action. Now is the time to get involved. Now is the time to speak out in little ways or in big ways. Little steps lead to bigger steps, lead to giant steps, lead to earth-crushing steps against the globalist. And do you have an article for me?
Oh, I've just got some new news.
Oh, some new news coming in. CNN hits lowest primetime demo at 9 p.m. in 15 years. Yeah, they're dying. We're exploding. Here's another one. U.S. Ambassador to Israel. Plan to attack Iran ready. And they got all sorts of plans ready. And if you're not for starting new wars, well, you're just not patriotic. How FBI entrapment is inventing terrorists and letting bad guys off the hook. Well, they are the bad guys. They don't work for America. They work for the big banks. Here's another one. Burning banks. Greece on the brink of collapse as bank run hits Athens. On Telegraph. Police at Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s house. His wife, Mary, dead at 52. Police were called to the home of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in New York after his wife, Mary Kennedy, found dead Wednesday. Wait a minute. Didn't she badmouth Obama like a day ago? What? A source says Mary committed suicide. Oh, God. Boy, he spoke out against vaccines. I guess they showed him. They always wait and get you later. Source says Mary committed suicide, but Radar Online has yet to confirm that. Yeah, you got to love when they kill Breitbart or somebody. They go, oh, heart attack or suicide. Oh, their body's not even called yet. There's no source on that. Just all the media says suicide. Go back to sleep. You know the guy that wrote the Pulitzer Prize-winning articles about the CIA caught dealing drugs, later confirmed? Oh, he shot himself twice in the head. Yeah, he talked to, me, Alex Jones, a few months before that guys were breaking in his house and stuff, and he was about to break big stuff. You know what? Just, he committed suicide. Gary Webb committed suicide. And the D.C. madam said she wouldn't kill herself, but she was being threatened and, hung herself at mommy's house. Hey, it's no big deal out in the shed. You know what? If they kill me, let's get this straight. They killed me. I will never commit suicide. I will never hurt my family. I don't use illegal drugs. I don't use prescription drugs. I might take an aspirin when I got a headache. Let's get that straight. Probably one reason I'm alive is I always point out I'm not going to kill myself. Unbelievable. This is a unattended death investigation. That means no one was there when the person died. Oh, my gosh. I tell you what. They can have a suicide note written in Crayola, and people will probably believe it. All right, we have an incredible news transmission lined up for you tonight. Maybe we should go to Aaron's report, because it got broken up on two on PrisonPlanet.tv and YouTube today, where he did this whole report on Bilderberg hacking the election and admitting they are through their little minions. But then it got broken in two, so when I saw it, it didn't make any sense. I think we ought to just air that before we're ready, because what's the real ETA? No. What's the ETA? Should I keep going, or are we ready for the show? Yeah, I think we should go to Aaron's full report and then tonight's news. So I'm here live. It's 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. And I'm not talking about the little food stores. That's what time it is. And we will go to that information. And I'll continue to be at the outpost of liberty, INFOWARS.com, until they shut us down or until we turn this around. But I am here from Spaceship Earth reporting for free beings everywhere. I just want to be free. I don't want to be a slave. I want a future for my species. And I am the bad man because I'm informed and involved and don't just watch sports all day and act trendy. But we are going to go to Aaron Dyke's report on Bilderberg hacking the election. I saw him. They had it pulled up earlier. And then we will go to the full nightly news. This is teleprompter free news. I should probably also add for everybody out there. And we're not all little glitter bugs on national TV with little info babes smacking their lips at you all day like they care about you and love you while they look at the teleprompter. I just know that we have a criminal elite running things who have taken their psychopathic behavior and codified it into a religious scientific belief system called eugenics, and that we are under just unbelievable attack. Yeah, Marcos, there's no way you'd know about it when I just called for that. You just need John Bound. He queued it up in last night's news. Okay, great. I know I'm calling for stuff here on the fly, and this is not scripted. You know, I had an epiphany last night, and I know for you, you probably knew it already, but I always wondered why the government meme they put out through their operatives at COINTELPRO was that I was a government operative, or I was working for, the Vatican Keeblers, or, criticizing Israel because I work for Israel, or, whatever they make up. And then they get little mockingbirds to repeat. I always wondered why the #1 meme was, I'm not real. I'm a sellout. It's a fraud. And it's because for all of my problems, I'm a real person and love liberty. And it's so real, and they understand that's what's valuable in this world. And so that's why they attack the fact that this is so real. And you know what? You're real. Watching, you love freedom. You're not an operative. Go out there and engage the New World Order. Go out there and get involved. Go out there and stand up for humanity. John's just bringing me article after article breaking. Military detention law blocked by New York judge. Oh, you mean they're going to secretly arrest U.S. citizens and put us in camps? I thought that didn't exist. I mean, we broke that. I mean, the Army admits the re-education camp plan's real, but it's not because we broke it because we're such a real news organization. Teleprompter free. Federal judge temporarily blocked enforcement of part of the National Defense Authorization Act. You got to get the Pulitzer Prize-winning author on who's suing over that. Chris Hedges. No, I know it's Chris Hedges. I want him back on. I want him back. Oh, my God. Call him right now. We got to get him tomorrow. This is so great. Because under this law, he would go to prison. A federal judge temporarily blocked enforcement of part of the National Defense Authorization Act that opponents claim, we don't claim, they admit they'll disappear into the night. They're raping kids at Abu Ghraib. They're not playing tiddlywinks here. Opponents claim would subject them to indefinite military. I love how if you say the sun came up this morning, they go, oh, you claim that, conspiracy theorist. They're counting on their readers at Bloomberg being dumb and not knowing the facts. So it's like, they claim, it's all right, they claim it. A federal judge temporarily blocked enforcement of a part of the National